Without any doubt, this is the most expensive lo-fi plugin I've ever reviewed.
Traptendo.
So what Goodhertz has claimed with this $150 plugin is that they have perfectly emulated the Roland SP303, which is extremely rare. Go ahead and look it up on eBay. I'll wait, just pause the video, I'll wait. And it's also expensive as well. So therefore, it makes for a good case for them to have this at $150. So I'm gonna see if it's good or not. And I definitely wanna hear from you guys in the comment section, and the link in the description box. You can download the demo and try it yourself. So I'm gonna test it out on pianos, so you'll know how it will sound like. Then I'm gonna test it out on the synthesizer as well. And this is the synth line I want to test it out on. And then I'm going to test it out on a full collection of sounds that sound like this. Hey. Now, let's go ahead and test it out. So I have it in front of us right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the presets and definitely sidechaining. But I'm going to go ahead and activate it on this track right here. I'm going to make sure it's on the right track now. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put that on the piano track. You can hear it, like you can hear it working. So I'm going to turn it off right now. Now it's on. You can see it's on because of this. Now I'm gonna go and walk you through some of the features too as well. So if you right click on the UI, you can resize this, which is, thank God, it's an option on here because I have a pretty big resolution, 1080p. So I'm gonna go ahead and select that. Other things you could do, you can also choose what you call a dark mode, which is also what I'm going to do as well. So let's see, I'm going to preferences here, go and enable dark mode. And now I have something that is more accustomed to the vibe here. Now you have other things here. As you can see, you have a dry and wet knob. And how you can judge that it's off is obviously that it's not running and doing any compression. Over here. Now there's another mode too. There's an advanced mode, which I'm going to walk you through some of the things too as well. You have an N, which controls the overall loudness. Doesn't inherently clip anything while it's going in, but therefore it is reliant on the DAW. So you got to make sure that you're not clipping anything on the output or whatnot, just like anything else. It's allegedly a 32-bit default plugin that also has high Q. And since I have a CPU that can handle that, I will run that. Let's see if we hear a difference. I'm going to turn it off. Definitely a difference in CPU power if you look at the top left, top right side of the screen here. Now let's see if we can hear a difference on the synth sound. Now the synth sound here. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to cut it off. And I'm going to copy and paste this into the main here. So we can have the dark and the position of the plugin. Now let's turn it off. Yeah. You can hear a difference. All right. So I definitely wanted to walk you through some of the other things. And let's go ahead and walk you through the compression. The compression here is at 50% by default. You cannot turn off the compression inherently, but you can have it either parallel like how it is right now, or you can turn it down to 0. So you can really crush stuff. Yeah, wow. And you can adjust that over here in the while advance. You also can have phase. You have attack and release. So you can have fast attack. And you can have fast release. You can choose if you want lo-fi noise and crunch. You can turn the noise off. You can also bypass it right here. So it is on right now, and it's off right here. You can sidechain and sidechain tilt, and you also can check the digital reference. Which inherently gives you more different effects here. You can change the speed of the while too, which is inherently based on vinyl, like the revolutions per minute on records, which have different effects. Let's 45. So it does have a characteristic of a lo-fi plugin that separates it from the other lo-fi plugins, especially with the compression part. And you'll hear more of that once I go into the master part. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and engage it again. I'm going to start going through some of the presets, but now I'm going to leave it on the default version and bring up the default right here again. And that way, now you can hear it on the master. Let's bring in the bulk of the track, and I'm going to go through some of the presets. Had to turn off the one on the master. My bad, I mean turn off the one that was on the main track or the main melody. Bring it back to A. Woo. Yeah. I definitely want to hear for what y'all feel about this. Shoot. Holy crap. Now let's talk about sidechaining, and this is where things go insane. Now, the first thing I want to tell you guys is I'm using Ableton Live 10.16. So that is the version I'm using. So if I navigate over here to the Vulf Compressor, I can go right over here to sidechain. So I want to sidechain the kick into here. So what I'm going to do here is to select the kick because that's what I want. And now let's hear it. I'm going to turn the sidechain on, of course. And now you can hear the kick in there. And you can hear the kick. Now you can, and you can choose to tilt it too as well. And just pay attention to the way it's hitting over here. Now, the other thing I want to show you is, of course, that if you adjust the attack, of course, it will hit faster, but you might want to let it hit slower. The attack and the release, if you have it down low, is faster, but you want it to be decently fast. I don't know. It just depends on you. But anyways, you can hear it. So with that, let's go ahead and hear it. Go ahead and go to the master here, and turn on IQ. Let's turn it off. So overall, man, I don't know. This plugin is really, really unique. And the way that I looked at it is that I was like, man, at $150, that is a very, very bold statement, especially now seeing that a lot of $100+ plugins are starting to show you AI, are starting to mix tracks for you. And, you know, spending another $150, you can actually, well, shoot, you can actually get a compressor if you get the Alesis 3630 for less than this plugin. But overall, I am very impressed. I'm very impressed. As far as giving it the stamp of approval, yeah, I have to give it the stamp.